guys, it's Adria, and today I look like Elsa because I felt like doing some Elsa makeup. I don't know, I just felt really Frozen inspired, and if you want me to do a tutorial on this, like, I could, but I don't know, I suck at explaining things and I'm totally unprofessional AF, but you know what? So today I have another Q&A video for you guys. I know I just posted the other one, but you know what? I had to finish this list of questions because I had so many and I wanted to answer as many of them as I possibly could. So I'm going back to that same photo on my Instagram page. So if you want to participate in the next Q&A, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Keep your eyes out for when I post a picture asking for questions. The first question today is from CellXXINE. What would you rather do? Live in a car for 10 years or jail for 10 years? I feel like I could really do either one. If I had to do one or the other, I feel like I would probably live in a car. Brandon and I were at Chick-fil-A last week. I know, like, yeah. As we were waiting in the drive-thru, I was just like looking around in his car. I'm like, do you want to just live in here? Can we just live in here? You know, we could just park outside of Chick-fil-A and just eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sounds like the life to me. I'm so glamorous, you know, like other girls would be like, ew, I couldn't pick either, but for me it's like, I'll flip a coin, I'll do either one. R2D2 is a Jedi asked, what was the last movie you saw and what did you think about it? The last movie I saw was called Intruders, and basically these guys break into this girl's house, and here her and her brother like killed child molesters. So these guys like broke into her house to try to steal money because they were wealthy. So she trapped them all in the basement, and I'm just like, goals. MTV Cribs. These are my goals, yo! Girl. I have a dungeon in my basement. You know, someone tries to break in, just push them in my basement and be like, I own you now. Definitely check out Intruders. That was a really good movie. I thought I was gonna be scared of it because my biggest nightmare is like somebody breaking in. But it was actually really good and I really liked it. And I was like, yes, girl, yes! The whole time I was just like, yes! We just kind of messed up, but you know what? Matt's Girl 111015 asks, what's your favorite song that reminds you of Brandon? P.S. You're amazing and I love you. I love you too. Tangled Up in You by Stained, because we both really love Stained. He sent me that song, I think before we were even a couple, he sent me that song and said that it made him think of me. So now when I hear it, it makes me think of him as well. So, Lovotic May says, hey Adria, why are you so perf? I'm not perf. When people give me compliments, I never know how to react. Anybody else, like somebody compliments you and you're just like, but thank you. And she also says, favorite rock band, love you lots, Adria, you are an amazing person. To pick one favorite rock band, girl, oh my gosh, no. I think I'll share with you my favorite current jam at the moment though.
The toxicity of our city, Yo! What are you on the wall? How are you on the disorder?
So that basically sums it up. The cold never bothered me anyway. That's how Let It Go should have went, you know? Elsa should have totally just went metal.
Disorder!
MCAT_98, if you could have played the main character in any film, what movie would it be? Love you so much. Oh my gosh, this is such a good question. This is such a good question. I'm so excited. Okay, let me really think about this for a minute. If I could play the main character in any single film, I would like to say Intruders again, because girl, goals. I'll pick something else just for the sake of mixing it up. Totally could have been Elsa though. I feel like I would really like to play the... Can I be the mom in Gilbert Grape? I feel like I would really like to be the girl in Triangle. They get stuck in the Bermuda Triangle and the same thing keeps happening over and over again and it's really trippy and it made me feel really weird and I feel like I had a nightmare about it, but I really like that movie. I feel like I would also like to be Juno because I really like Juno and I think that that's a really cute movie. Jocelyn asks, what are some ways to stay positive when things are hard? So for me, I kind of like to see the world outside of my mind, you know, that sounds a little warped, like a little like what? You know, try to put yourself outside of your situation and be objective to it. Try to see it as if you were somebody else, not in your shoes. I really find that helps with making decisions and with being optimistic about your life and the situations that you're in, because it's really easy to look at somebody else and be like, oh, if I were them, I would do this. So, you know, for me, I like to just look at it that way. And I find that that really helps with staying positive as well, because if I feel really down about something or really like, ugh, you know, I try to put myself outside of it. Staying positive when things are hard is hard. So sometimes I just let myself feel a bit negative, you know, for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I do my best to surround myself with happy things. Just try listening to some good music. When I feel really down and things feel really hard, I go for a walk and just let my mind unwind, sometimes without even any music. Sometimes I'll turn my music off and just be out in nature and just clear my mind and just try to relax. So that's what I do. SkaterGator04, did you go to college? If so, what did you study? If not, why not? And do you think you will in the future? I have not yet. Do I think I will? I don't know, because I feel like we live in a society now where that isn't everything. 20 years ago, you go and get a degree and you are guaranteed to get a job. But, you know, I know people that have degrees that, you know, still work part-time jobs and just, you know, can't find work. So for me, it's like, unless I can absolutely afford it, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it to me. You know what I mean? To have to pay off student loans for the rest of my life, basically, like, doesn't seem worth it to me, even if I have my dream job, okay, basically working to pay back all of my knowledge. So I feel like if one day I feel compelled to do it, then I will. Also, you know, it's a financial thing and a matter of I don't know what I would study, so it's a lot of things like that. But I feel like I would want to study like film production, maybe animation. I've always wanted to learn how to animate, so maybe something along those lines. I don't know. If it happens, it does, but I'm not gonna say, okay, I need to go to college and do this and get this. I just don't want to put that pressure on myself, because then if it ends up not happening or not happening to the point that I wanted it to, I don't want to feel disappointed in myself. You know what I mean? Harley Quinn Joker's Bay asks, what's your favorite anime? My favorite anime as of currently is still Death Note. I can't find anything better than Death Note. I just love it. There's a whole L versus Light debate. Who's better? I feel like I might have to go with Light. I mean, because obviously L is likable. L is like clearly likable. He's cute and he's funny and he does weird stuff, so obviously everybody's gonna like L. But for me, Light is just over the top, crazy. He's the main character, but you're supposed to hate him, so it's just ridiculous. So I love Light and I love Death Note. And Marie McKay asks, are you keeping Frida or just taking care of her? I feel like as of now, we're just taking care of her. I actually haven't seen her in a few days, so. Jess, 1934, asks, what do you think about on a daily basis? This is a good question. I don't know. I feel like I think about a lot of things that I don't need to think about, if that makes sense. I think about a lot of stressful things. I'm thinking about future and life, things I need to be doing. I just think about everything. An ongoing problem for me is like racing thoughts. I feel like my mind just never stops, and I feel like that's why I talk a lot and why I talk really fast. Sometimes I just think a lot and it's a little overwhelming at times. That's why for me, like, sleep is really a good time for me, because I can really kind of just unwind and not think about anything. I think about everything. Chantel Waldron asks, what was your first thought when you saw your new hair? P.S. Love you. My first thought when I first did my hair was, I messed up. Girl, what did you do? You messed up though. After I got my whole head done, I feel like it's not that bad now, and I've toned it a bit, so I feel like now it's definitely a lot better. It was ridiculous. I wanted to just shave my head. I said to Brandon, if this doesn't get fixed, do you want to just shave my head? You guys really gave me a confidence boost, because I was even embarrassed to post the video before I fixed my hair. I thought it just looked awful, but you guys were saying, oh, it doesn't even look that bad. So I'm really appreciative of that, and you know, I'm happy with it now. So SkaterGator04 says, this isn't really a question, but I think you should make a nice comments video, like a hate comments video, except instead of reading mean comments, you read positive ones. You seem like such a happy person, and I would really like to see it. Love you. I love you too, and I should definitely do that. I said before that I would do that. I get so many more positive comments than negative ones though, so it's gonna be hard to go through and find a select few really nice ones, because I get tons and tons of nice comments, so I'm gonna have to just fish through and pick out the absolute best ones. But yeah, I will do that. 10 Dory 11 asked me a bunch of questions. I'll answer my favorite restaurant because I'm hungry right now. My favorite restaurant ever, like a chain restaurant, it would probably have to be Olive Garden, because I just love Olive Garden. Oh, I love Denny's. Denny's might be a close second. Jordan Angela 8231 asks, you say that most of your viewers are girls around age 12. How do you know the age of most of your viewers since you've never had a meetup? There's this thing on YouTube where you can see the demographics of your viewers. You can see like what countries people are watching you from. You can see the age groups because, you know, when you sign up for YouTube, you put in your location and your age, right? The last time I checked, most of my viewers were around like 17, 18. They were a bit older than I thought. So a lot of my viewers are like around 12, but most of them are a bit older than that. Yeah, it's YouTube demographics. That's how I know that. Chicken Joel, I like your username, asks, what do you think makes you a successful YouTuber? Honey, look at me right now. I don't think I'm a successful YouTuber. I think what makes me what I am is that I'm not afraid to talk about things that a lot of people are. You know, like I'm not afraid to talk about periods. I'm not afraid to talk about farting. I'm not afraid to talk about what I like, what I hate, what I agree with, what I don't. You know, I kind of just like to keep it real. So I feel like that's what makes me a successful-ish YouTuber. So yeah. Annie Pearson 514 asks, what's the best way to tell people that you feel depressed? First of all, let me just say I don't feel like everybody needs to know that you feel depressed. You know, when I'm depressed, I don't put it for everybody to know. You know, sometimes I share it with you guys. Sometimes I'll tell family and whatever, but not everybody needs to know. How do you tell somebody though? I just tell Brandon. You know, Brandon's the one person that I tell almost every single time I feel depressed. You know, I'll just tell him like I feel off, I don't feel like myself, I feel down, I feel sad, I feel like crying. I find that that really works. People that are close to you will know what that means. Kawaii ACNL asks, what's your favorite smell? Probably the smell of clean laundry. Ooh, the bread aisle at the grocery store. Girl, they need to make a candle that smells like the bread aisle at the grocery store. I'm dead serious. The grocery store bread aisle is the best smell ever. Musical Emotions asks, will you continue to make your mental health videos, and how old are you? Panda hugs. Yes, I will continue to make mental health videos. If you have any suggestions for anything mental health related, please leave it in the comments below. And how old am I? I am 22. How is this 22? Am I 11? 11 times 2 is 22. And I will be 23 this coming August. I know, I'm so old, you guys. I don't even know what to do anymore. And they also asked, where did you come up with your YouTube name? My YouTube name came from a hoodie that I got, and I still actually have it. It's a Hello Kitty panda hoodie, and on the back it literally just says, don't be a sad panda. Loving that hoodie and needing a YouTube username, I was just like, okay, let's go. And the last question is from Laura Jaden, and she said, do you prefer it spelled donuts or donuts? I prefer it spelled the first way. And I don't know about you guys, but I hate it when people try to spell something in such a unique way. Like when people have a name that's like a common name, but it's spelled super different, like for absolutely no reason. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my name is Bob, but it's spelled B-A-H-B. It's like, poor K? Like what? So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'm super sorry if I didn't answer your question, but follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and keep an eye out for when I do another Ask Adria. The more you try, the better chance you have. It's like the Powerball, so, you know, the more you do it, the better chance you have of winning, or in this case, being in it. So, you know, it's not much of a win, but let me know any mental health videos you guys want to see. What movie would you star in if you could? There we go. That's a good question. That was one of my favorite questions of this Q&A. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already, because I put out videos 3 times a week, and I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye!